Thank you for doing that, Adam. We need to make sure that Angela can keep up with what we're doing. And you're captioning, that's cool.
I can see Adam talking, but I can't hear Adam.
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
No, I thought maybe it was just me.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Lavonda.
Good morning.
Lori.
I realized my speaker was on mute. So anyways, good morning, everyone. So yeah, just a quick introduction, I guess, of myself. My name is Adam. I'm a management fellow with the city manager's office, and Penny has recruited me, as you can see, for the past few weeks to help with the plastic bag task force. And so I'm will be a facilitator in these meetings, kind of updating the website as you guys go. If you need anything assistance from the city side, kind of just being that liaison and point of contact for you. But I guess when it comes to these meetings, I'm just kind of gonna let you guys go and kind of take it from there.
I tried to get into Bailey's account and cancel that other meeting invite so that there wasn't confusion. Are you guys concerned that maybe people are on the other Zoom link?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I don't know.
I hope not, because you're expecting at least Brett, right?
Yeah, I think Brett's the only other person.
Oh, okay.
Well, Brett's not the only other person.
Well, the people who replied that they aren't coming. So I know that Karen can't make it. I know that who are the other people?
Sheila's on vacation.
Yeah, Sheila said she couldn't make it. You said Angela isn't able to make it, and Stephanie is no longer a member of the task force.
Right.
So that just leaves the council members.
Wow. Okay. So where are the council members?
I know Councilmember Fry said tentative, and Brandon Johnson. I don't think anyone else replied to my event.
No.
That I recall.
So did Brandon say he was gonna come?
I do not recall him replying to this event.
Shoot. I'm hoping that, I don't know if you all have invited them all to come on Sunday night to see the movie with us.
I did update Maddie asking her, and I think she went and put something on, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. That'd be good. It'd be nice to have some of them there to participate in the discussion and see what the people that are there, what their opinions are.
And so are we looking at inviting the entire council, mayor and council?
I'd say, yeah.
I know that only 3 can attend or be in one space at one time.
Oh, God. Well.
After that becomes a public meeting, and then
Well, it is a public meeting. We're all out there.
Well, they all should be invited. They know the rules.
I think invite and then just double check it, Adam.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not like they're all going to be able to come. So
no, I did, but I do want to make sure that they all receive an invitation. You're right, Kelly.
I invited all of them to an event in October on the 2nd National Drive Electric Week, and all but 2 replied that they're going to be there. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, they're excited about that one, which I'm happy to see. But that was a way far notice, so who knows what'll happen between now and then.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to discuss the event this Sunday? I know that was something you wanted to discuss, Lori.
Yeah, we definitely need to decide what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. I was hoping that most of the task force could be there. I know still that Sheila's out until the 17th because I just got her reply email. So she won't be able to come, but Dylan's donated bags, and Kelly's gotten those from her already. So we do have those that are coming. How many did you get? Like 250, or how many did you get, Kelly?
I got a big long box that I have not opened. plus a box with, it looks like, well, 3 bags full of bags. I don't know if there's 24 per bag or not, but they're lightweight. I won't have any problem carrying them all.
Okay,
Didn't she
Right.
say over 200 or something like that?
Yes, she did. She said 229 or something.
Yeah. Mhm.
good. But we should have enough for as many people as come, I would think.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. I'm sorry she can't be there because that would be a really good opportunity for her to speak out about this too, given Dylan's really feeling strongly about this. And I sent an email to Angela, and I've not heard anything back asking, could she please be there on Sunday? Do you ever hear from her, Adam? Is she?
No, I do not.
I was thinking about looking at the Goodwill site and see if I could find that she's still there even. I hope that she hasn't left and we don't know about it. We're still emailing her and they're going somewhere. But she was also really concerned about this. So I know that it would be nice to keep her informed and just have her come to that since that's not on a Thursday morning. But the more of us that can be there, the better. I did hear from Brett this morning and he said he was having a little trouble with his computer, trying to log
Okay.
in. He's trying to call in, but not getting anywhere. He's probably on the wrong link.
He might be.
He might be on the wrong link.
Pardon me if I can interrupt, and I hate to come across as somebody who never leaves their house, but where the hell is NASCAR Park?
Oh. It's just north of the arena of the arena downtown.
Is on the corner
corner
of
of
St.
Douglas-
Francis and Douglas.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
that old park that was so pretty and that they had to tear down because homeless people kept sleeping there.
Okay, thank you.
It's bigger than that.
And it has become a destination place. What about press release? Adam, have we sent anything out, such as a press release letting the media know that that is going to be going on?
I'm unsure at this time. Penny, I don't know if you have any answers to that, but all I know is just Facebook events that Parks and Rec has been, or Park and Rec has been kind of advertising for. That is all I know.
Yeah, I did run into the social media manager in the elevator this morning and asked her, and I'm not sure, I haven't seen the event posted yet, but maybe I just
No.
missed it. Okay, you didn't see it either. So she said just send it to her. So I'm gonna send that to her today. Would you guys like a press release?
I think so.
Yeah.
That
I
shouldn't be
think
too,
so.
we don't issue too many of those. And so
Yeah,
I'll
right.
I'll make sure that they're okay. I think that since we started getting such good traffic and visibility from Facebook and Twitter, they kind of moved away from those, but let me see what we can get up today.
What would have been good, and I don't know if he does that on Thursday or Friday, is the mayor's update.
Yeah, it's today at 10:45. I can
Oh,
ask her to
okay.
plug it. I can ask her to plug it and see if she can move
That
that
would be
in.
great. That would be
Yeah.
super.
That would be helpful.
Thank you, Penny and Adam, on that.
Okay. Brett can't get to his email. He's having issues with his computer. I just texted him the link
Yeah.
to Zoom. So hopefully he'll be able to join us because he's trying to. And one of the discussions that we had before, and Brett had sent out an email asking about t-shirts, if anybody wanted to get one. And there was like 4 of us who said that we wanted them. So no shirts. But it would be nice to have us all match. So they know when they see that shirt, they'll know that it's one of the task force members and they can approach us to ask questions. But apparently it's not going to happen this time, but maybe in October it will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause we do have the October 2nd still set, I'm assuming. Hope you know about that, Adam and Penny.
I know you mentioned an October event and Katie, who does the event planning, did know about it, but I don't know specifically what event you were mentioning.
Another showing of Baggett.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody can put it on their calendars for October and everybody can be there. That is a Saturday on the 2nd of October, so. But you know how to run all the equipment, one of you, Penny or Adam?
I will be there on Sunday for the equipment. I met with Katie yesterday to test the DVD and everything worked. So we're all set up there and a microphone will be there so you can give introductions and take questions and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess one of my questions is, we were wanting to know when Katie and I, who kind of oversees the NASCAR park events, what time do you guys plan on showing up to set up and everything? So I can plan on being there.
Really, what do we need to set up?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking you guys.
Yeah,
Well, we
well-
need to know where to put all these reusable shopping bags.
Yeah,
And I had talked to Lori about bringing some of our handouts.
Hmm.
I don't know, if there are 2 or 3 tables around the park that these things can be put on. We might need some paperweights to put on top of them depending on the wind. But those 2 items we're bringing, and I plan to be there shortly after 6 because I'll be bringing this stuff.
yeah, I figured I would be there about 6 too, and I have my bag of painted rocks all ready to bring.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we've got some weights to put on things if we need to. With a handout that Kelly's talking about, I don't know if you've seen it, Adam, that our committee put together for education and outreach is like 3 pages with that great picture on the front of the keeper. And we've given those away to the dad meetings and the breakfast or coffees that we've been to, but there's a lot of them left.
Okay, good.
And
Because I was
we will
gonna
have to have
say,
an updated one when we present in the fall, so.
yeah, so I was gonna say you should probably bring those. I can ask Katie if there's tables that could be there as well, so that you guys have a location to put the bags and the sheets out for more information.
That would be great. There is no
Another
shade there.
Another item that just occurred to me to think about. Should we have a list? I know that Adam has circulated this, a list of the members of the single-use plastic bag task force with their contact information in case people want to contact us afterwards, they would have a handout.
Well, I don't mind my contact information being out there because my contact information is everywhere. Google me, you will find it. But I don't know about everybody else. What kind of, if they want all that included, that would be the issue.
Well, when I talk about contact information, I'm talking about telephone number and email address.
Right.
And the numbers of members of the task force are dwindling. But we don't have any other way to, anything else to hand out for people to take home and contact us later about.
well,
the
Kelly,
sheets
if
have
you
a-
don't mind having yours on there, maybe just you and Lori would be that contact person. Even if we just put a sticker on it, I mean, the document is already completed, but we could probably put something on there that has the contact information, a label or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you have more of them, Kelly, but I've got quite a stack still. And I can make labels to stick on there. Do we want to add somebody from the city as well to be on that label? I don't hear anybody volunteering, so.
Okay with me to use a stick-on label, Lori, if you want to bring some of those. There's plenty of space on that cover, that photograph that we can.
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah, I can make some and bring them.
And also if you guys have had a chance to see the new web page that we've put on wichita.gov, that has everybody's, well, maybe not
Right.
current anymore, but it has a lot of the contact information for the task force members.
So maybe put a web link.
That's what I
instead of-
was gonna say. I was gonna
That
say you
would
can put
be
a web
great.
link to the website.
Okay.
Mhm. That
Of
would be
course, it's
great.
on paper, so people are gonna have to type the whole thing out. How long is the web?
Not very long.
Okay. I'll go back and find that and get on there and put that on there. and
Yeah,
then
I think that would be
contact us
great.
That way. I'm not remembering that everybody's contact info was on there, but I know that some of us is.
The email list on the website has been updated as of yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So everybody on there that is current on there should be
Great.
members, and those who left have been removed. So
Okay, great, super.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the temperature is supposed to be on Sunday. I haven't looked at the forecast and
It's
I-
supposed to be pretty pleasant given the
but
middle of August. I don't know, about late afternoon rain possibilities, but the temperature is supposed to be in the upper 80s, I believe.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too on my app. Well, that'd be okay. I don't
Mhm.
know that I'm seeing partly cloudy, but no rain. Of course,
yeah,
I don't think
I
my app
see.
is very good.
I see a stray shower or thunderstorm possible, but I think that's based off of Saturday's possible storms. So I think that would be probably left over in the morning or afternoon, probably not by the evening, but weather can change in an instant. So
Absolutely.
That's true. Well, and hopefully if it rains in the morning so that people won't be sitting in puddles.
Mhm.
If they choose to bring blankets. But I'll tell
And
you,
that-
all, bring chairs because that is a football field and it is concrete. And
Mhm.
it's not something that most of us are going to want to sit on. I know the mayor brings his kids and they're all sprawled out everywhere, but they're young.
All right, perfect. So do we feel comfortable about where we're at with scheduling that and planning that? And I can reach out asking about inviting the council members, and then Penny, you said that you would talk to people about the press release and bringing it up to the mayor.
Yeah, I've actually sent that off because the
Okay,
briefing's at
perfect.
10:45. So I gave them a quick description and I said, I know it's a short notice, but if you could please tack this on. So we'll see if that happens. And
Yeah.
then making sure, Katie had told us that the post was scheduled, but just kind of following up to see why it hasn't posted yet. So those two things are underway.
I found the event. I sent it in a link prior, but I know people had trouble accessing it just by clicking the link. Just the really long one that I sent, maybe because it was linked to my Facebook account or something, but I know it's up there. You just have to do a little bit of digging. But Katie did say that she was going to send a reminder today, I think, about the event. So it should be on the Park and Rec Facebook site posted again.
Good.
I'm
Well,
not
when I looked at that event, it's on the NAFSCA Park.
I see.
It's on NAFSCA Park.
Okay.
And when I talked to the social media manager this morning, I let her know that I'd prefer for it just to be on the City of Wichita Facebook feed because that's got a pretty good following. So
Okay.
she said that should be fine. So hopefully that's what we get.
Oh, good. Yeah, I hope so. That would get it out there to a lot more people.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So when we get up, I'm thinking we probably just want to do a quick intro. A little bit about the movie maybe and about the task force, how long we've been. And Kelly, I would like to have your number by then. Or
My number,
the 34,749, is that?
that's as of this month.
Okay. So that we can, give them that piece of background too.
Good.
Since February 2020.
Great.
Okay. Bags used in Wichita. Who's gonna open it up and who's gonna lead the discussion afterwards?
Lori, I think you're the most knowledgeable on the subject.
I
and
think so too.
You're the most
Anytime-
recognizable member of the task force, I would nominate you.
Okay. As many
You
times as
know.
I've seen this film, I actually have a copy of it, but it
Mhm.
belongs to the Sierra Club, so we can't show it.
Right.
And we're not allowed to show anything right now because of COVID. We can't get people together.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can do that.
Sounds good.
I'm not sure what else we need to talk about, but I wanted to ask Adam if the folks at Wichita State's Environmental Center were invited to this meeting. It would have been nice to have gotten a report from them on the litter study. And I think the last time we had a meeting, they did give us a report. So we need to make sure they're always included on these meeting notices.
So we did talk to them and Penny and I spoke briefly with them via email, and there was nothing significant enough that we felt at this time that there was to bring. It probably would have been the same information as prior to your last meeting. So at this time, and maybe next month, I'll have more feedback and stuff. We did talk about that. Penny and I did talk about having them come to the meeting. But like I said, during email, it found that there was no significant updates at this time.
Thank you.
What she
Um,
did say was that data collection events are completed and the data is being transferred to begin analysis. And so I think that's probably the balance of what she would have said today. So we elected to give most of the time for your event planning since that's right around the
Mhm.
corner.
Yeah.
Penny and I did want to talk about the economic impact study that I think has been mentioned before. And I think, Penny, do you mind just kind of leading that one and kind of just giving further explanation?
Sure. So we did see some discussion I already had about the economic impact study. I think there's a scope and a fee put together. I'm not sure if that was discussed by your group or not.
Yeah, we did talk about it somewhat. It was kind of presented and then we didn't really get to talk about it very much. I asked Adam and he was able to find, or Penny, I can't remember which one of you came up with it, the report that Alejandro had done,
Mhm.
which was kind of a lead in to that. And all of his data was not specific to Wichita. And I've been told in no uncertain terms that everything has to be specific to Wichita, but there is no specifics to Wichita. So I'm not sure what exactly we'd be paying $5,500 for, if they're just going to extrapolate on what they found nationwide, or and Alejandro did some of that, but that's a lot of money to spend that we don't have to do that. That's going to be the issue because the city's not put any funds toward this other than your staff time at all.
Okay. Yeah, and that was kind of our question. We weren't quite sure at what degree the task force had discussed this. And so from what I understand, the economic impact study should be included as part of whatever recommendation ends up being made to make sure that at least that avenue is covered. Is that what you all understand as well? I mean, have we at least agreed that it's required is the basic question.
I don't believe we've ever made a decision about whether it would be required. The city council, especially Vice Mayor Johnston, said early on in our meetings that he wanted, and the council wanted to see a litter study. But I've not ever seen or been instructed by a council member or from someone on behalf of a council member that we need to include an impact study.
But Levanta, what do you think about that?
On the which one? The litter or economic?
The economic impact study.
Well, that's kind of one of the questions that we hear as we go around when we're talking with some of the people. So I think we need to look at that and see if there's a way for us to gather that information and put it together.
I'm just not sure what information we'll be able to find.
And if Adam or Penny, if you have some of that information early on, if maybe you could pass it on to us, and let's see what we can do with that.
Okay, we do have a scope. Have you guys had a chance to review the scope, or you didn't review the scope?
I don't remember seeing the scope.
Okay.
Was that
So-
that little bitty, like one paragraph thing?
Yeah, it is itty bitty. It's just
Yeah.
a report including the literature. So it's a literature review of local retail industry, the effect on households and their disposable income, the effect on litter cleanup expenditures, the economic impact of plastic bag ban or tax on local plastic bag manufacturing sector. So I think you have seen it because it's not very long. And so from what I could tell, she had at least communicated with the task force member from Envision on this. So if you guys, I think that we all are, it's not very well defined, but this is what we have. And so if you're supportive, I think our next step is to talk to the city manager and to see if there are funds for
Yeah.
this, or if we should be looking elsewhere for funds. I just wanted to talk about that before those were the next steps that we took.
Yeah,
If we're gonna do it, we need to do it.
yeah.
Because this litter study is gonna be to us like November.
Mhm.
And we had intended to take this to the council in December.
Okay.
But part of I think the purpose of the economic impact study was to put this off longer. So if we're gonna do it, we need to do it like now, and it shouldn't take
Yeah.
long. Literature
Yeah.
study.
It's got a
easy.
3-week time estimate, so it's not
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
long. So
Yeah.
So it better be worth it for that much money.
Mhm.
But we will not be able to get the money is my concern. Because you can ask the manager, but I'd be shocked if the city's willing to put any money into this.
Oh, I don't think that's on Bob's radar to do that. But I do have another question, Penny, as you mentioned, Goodwill. The last meeting, and I can't remember the lady's name that is at Goodwill or was at Goodwill. But she was getting ready to have some meetings, I think, with Wichita State, and was gathering information on her own. And I don't know if she sent that to or left that with either of you.
I don't have anything like that.
Neither
I've
do I.
seen.
Okay, but Lori and Kelly, you remember when she was going to do some things with Wichita State, and we were wondering also what the information was going to be about.
Avanta, I'm not certain. Heather Hogan, I think, had talked about getting some environmental impact from somebody.
Yeah,
But it might have been Wichita State, but I never saw it materialize. And
we never saw it materialize, right?
And she's-
Because we
she's-
were wondering what the information could be.
and she's gone now, so
Yes.
Well, and do you, Penny and Adam, even have the information on who she was in contact with? Because Heather set this whole thing up with an organization. And what was that? They're the ones who tried to bring Tyson to the city, to the county. And I can't think of what they're called now. But I know exactly where they are because we protested them. But that was who she had contacted to
Okay.
do this study down there on Douglas. And it's like Douglas and Market,
Mhm.
and I can't
The-
remember what it's called. But you
the
have that
only-
information.
I didn't see anything like that. So the communication between Bailey and Heather was about the scope of the economic impact study with Environmental Finance Center. And that's the extent of what I saw, but I wasn't looking because I didn't know about this. So if you come up with that name, I can try and do an email search and see if something comes up, but it hasn't been directly shared with me so far.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
I'll have to try to see if I can find out who that was. I'll go back to
And
my
Penny
notes
and
right
Adam,
now.
you are with the city for about a year, is that correct?
I am, that is correct.
Okay,
That should be plenty of time.
I hope I stay longer.
good. We'll say longer, Penny.
I've actually worked here for about 7 years. So if I'm only
Oh,
here
good,
if I'm only here for a year, then I did something really wrong.
I didn't know if you were in the same position as Adam or not.
Oh, no. Okay, so I know, Lori, you talked about having outreach, education outreach, your subcommittee kind of give a report. Is there anything that has been talked about yet that you'd like to add on?
Well, I don't know who Vince is. I don't,
Right.
that name is different now. But we have been to all of the dabs, and we've been to a couple of breakfasts and a coffee. And they've all been really receptive. They've all been really positive about it. We do get some questions from people, like, how are you going to implement it? Or what's going to happen to people who forget their bags, which is a simple fix. You only do that once. So those questions are pretty easy to answer a lot of times. We do have the other side of the coin that says, well, you know, then you're going to start seeing reusable bags in the trees. No, that's not what happens. But that's an argument that is out there from the plastic industry. And there are several of those. And Brett and I heard them at the District 1 DAB meeting. And those arguments are false, but they are trying to distract from what we're doing. So that's about the only person that I remember doing anything like that, asking those kind of questions, but he pulled them up online to read them. So they weren't original to him. They're part of the plastic industry. And one of the questions that I had too was, has the plastic industry or the American Chemistry Council started reaching out to our council yet? We may not know that, but they're out there and they will be here. So actually the DABs have been pretty positive about it. They've been really receptive to it and really asked some good questions about what we're doing. And one of the questions that we've gotten was, what are you going to do? You know, are you going to charge for bags? Are you going to ban bags? What are you going to do? And I said, you know, we haven't decided anything yet. And that's hard to tell them. We're just studying. We've been studying for a year and a half. What are we doing? You know, it'd be nice if we actually had a goal, an official goal put forward, but I don't know if we can do that or not. And I was hoping to meet Karen today to kind of see her perspective on it. You guys know why Envision is against it, right? No. Envision.
I understand that they produce plastic bags as
Yeah.
a course of their mission, right?
Right. So that's the only person here with us that is against banning bags. But as far as I can tell, they sell their bags to the military. So I don't see how this will affect them.
I think the next time they come, we definitely need to have an idea of what kind of revenue is occurred with this plastic bag deal at Envision. I'd just like to know what kind of money they make. And could it compare at all to something that would be created as a you know, the bags that we would carry to the store? Maybe they could make bags with the Wichita symbol on it or something along that line, the Wichita flag. But I'd like to know how much money they really generate by making those plastic bags.
I know that they have several different areas that they have their people working in, and plastic bags is not the only one.
Right. So
So
yeah, I'd just like to have an idea of that stream of money and revenue.
yeah, it's not like it's being paid to the workers.
Right.
So someone's making money off of it, and they get so many donations that, yeah, that's a good question.
But if it's
I've just had experience with blind people, and I know how they feel about Envision. So.
If it's an assembly line, I would imagine the people are being paid. But I do think that we do need to start putting facts together so that if we're talking about December, we need to start probably putting some facts together, something that is going to go to the city council. And so I think that's one of the things that we as a total group need to start looking at, is the information that we want to go to council. What are we asking them to vote on? Like you said, we haven't really talked about some of those things. And so I think that has to start being on our radar. One of the questions that were asked is some kind of tax monies. I don't know if, Lori, you've had anybody ask about tax monies from the bags.
Yeah, I have actually had somebody ask if we charged for bags,
Yeah, if we
where would the money go?
Mhm. You're right, absolutely.
And from all of the bag taxes, charges, we're not going to use that word tax, please. All the bag charges that happen
Right.
across the country, that money either goes totally back to the merchant, or it's split with the merchant and some environmental education kind of outfit. One person at Brian Fry's dad said, emailed me and wondered if it was going to go toward cleanups, which the city doesn't actually do, other than the cleanups that they do every summer that everybody has to sign up for, and you get it when it's hot, because we do one every year in my neighborhood association. Or I think he was more talking about getting rid of illegal dumping, which, since we have privatized trash, I don't know how we would accomplish that. It would be nice to have free dump days where they come and pick it up once a month, that we could pay the haulers to do something like that. And I agree, that's a definite need, but that could be part of what that charge could go to if they chose to do a charge on bags. One of the questions that we had from a young person when I first started this with the city was, how about if we send it to transit? Nothing to do with anything doing with trash or litter or bags, but transit is so underfunded that it would be totally worth it to give them whatever they could get. So but I don't know that we would get that. I don't know that everybody's going to make that connection why transit is good, especially now that we've got electric buses. So,
well, we need to definitely start thinking, what exactly are we asking for from the council members? Exactly what are we asking for? And then of course it's going to be kind of the background information that's going to have to go on that sheet, but eventually it comes down to I move that we so and so. So we've got to look at that. What are we asking for? And I think we need to be thinking along those lines as well.
so maybe that should be our number one agenda item next time.
I think so. I think so. And maybe I don't know, maybe we could find some of those that are working on this as well, or some that have passed it already. So we may need to go back and kind of review some of that history that we had talked about before, because before we know it, December will be here. And so we definitely want to make sure that we have all of the information needed to make a strong case.
I don't know how, but I can try to go back and pull all those emails. I sent an email out to the Sierra Club group leaders because I'm a chair of the Southwind group here, and asked everybody, do you have bag bans? What have you guys done? And absolutely. I got back so much response. Tracking all those down will be a chore, but I can try to at least get some links off of the ones that they sent me.
Yeah.
And I've got some notes from an actual phone call with a former city council member from Seattle who banned bags while he was in office. And so that was an interesting call. And I can try to put that together. I don't know how quickly that will happen, as I've probably got 100 more emails already waiting for me today. But I'll try to at least consolidate those so that
Yeah.
everybody has a chance to look at them. Some of them I haven't even looked at.
That would be good to maybe do that because, on the side note, yes, the education piece we have, but collectively, I think we need to start looking at and piecing together this information that's going to help solidify what we want to do. So maybe we could pull up one of the old sheets of information just to see what they look like again and go from there. But we definitely need to start thinking about what is it that we're asking for.
So I worked in the city of Kenmore, Washington, which is a suburb of Seattle, and we had a plastic bag ban. I'm happy to send that resolution
Oh, if you could,
if
please,
you would
that
like,
would be great.
just because I worked a lot on doing research for it. So I'm happy
That
to
would be
send that
super.
one as an example, because that is basically the standard that the state of Washington cities kind of follow, as well as Washington State recently just passed a statewide single-use plastic bag ban that required the increase in thickness to a certain number of mils. And basically they are insured to be for about 125 uses before they're no longer considered usable.
That would be great, Adam, if you could get that to us. That would definitely help a lot.
Yeah, and if you could tell us what research you did, did that include some of the economic impacts?
No, this was laws that were already on the books, unfortunately. So, yeah.
I think that you'll find that with most cities. I mean, it looks like, especially if you look, and Alejandro gave us a lot more detail than what he has in that document that you guys forwarded, but it's hard to put a dollar on health. To me, it's more worth protecting the people of the city than what was it, $7.73 or something that Alejandro found for the average cost to citizens. That's like nothing to protect your health. And when you see the Baggett film, it gives a lot of that detail, why it's so damaging, why plastics are so damaging to us. And I really hope Karen can come because I think that's important for her employees to see what could happen when they are inhaling and ingesting that on a daily basis. I'm afraid that's not safe for them. And that really is concerning to me, depending on how many people are on that line and depending on if any of them are female and if any of them are getting pregnant. That could be really dangerous.
Adam, is Karen the one that was unavailable next month as well?
Yes.
Oh no.
Wow.
It sounds like we might, what do you guys think about moving the meeting? Because it sounds like that's really important input that you want.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't have a
maybe
problem.
Angela could come if we move the meeting.
Okay, we'll look into moving it so that we can get better attendance. So I think that that's going to be one of your main challenges towards recommendation is kind of getting people to attend and getting a consensus and making sure that you've got a comprehensive amount of information to back up your recommendations. So we'll look to reschedule the next month's meeting.
Yeah, I will send out it's a website called When to Meet. It's fairly simple to use and I'll do it for days of the week. And y'all just tell me what times during the 8 to 5 schedule that you guys are available.
And specific dates. Because I'm
It would
not
be-
available
it would be
Thursday
more-
mornings except for today.
It would be more helpful to send that to Karen and Angela. And when we get their responses, then share it with us. My schedule is on a routine basis is so unpredictable. I won't know next month, when I have to be in court or something like that. And if it's their involvement that we want to encourage, I think you just ought to get their responses first, and maybe your own, Adam and Penny's responses before giving us some, 3 or 4 alternatives.
We need to see if Angela still exists. I mean, no one's heard from her for a super long time, so. I only have her email and she's not responded at all, so. I don't know if she's even there and her emails are just going to cyberspace somewhere. And if so, we need somebody from Goodwill because they have a real concern about this. And this is part of their mission is sustainability. So let's see if we can find her.
That would be good.
And I don't know
We
what
have-
contact info you have, Adam, but I would imagine she was contacted by phone and asked to join the task force. So somebody has a number somewhere.
Well, somebody had a number in 2019 and it wasn't Adam or I, so we'll look and we'll try, but we might be left with email too. But maybe it's a little bit more forceful as far as, what, we're really nearing the end of getting to recommendation. Participation is very vital. Please let us know either way.
I was gonna see if I could find her on the Goodwill site, look at staff, or see if there's a way to pull her up, see if she's even there still. So I will try to do that. I have to work actually this afternoon, so I don't know when I can get to that, but I'll try to do that. I might be able to find a phone number or something to call.
Yeah. And what was her position at Goodwill?
No idea.
Okay.
Are we about finished?
I think so.
All righty.
Was there anything else on the agenda we were gonna talk about?
Nope,
No?
nothing at this time.
So what are we doing with the economic impact study then? Are we doing anything or are we just going, okay, we talked about it again?
We're going to take the scope around City Hall and see,
Yeah.
the expectation and if there's any
Yeah.
financial support.
Okay,
That'd be great. That works good.
all right, sounds good. Okay, I will try to search through all those emails because I've gotten responses from so many because Sierra Club is in every state. So I'll see if I can put together the emails that I've gotten that have sent me links to stuff. And I'll give you my notes from my discussion with Mike that day on the phone. So anyway, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we're even getting done early. How about that? And I'm sorry Brett didn't
That's
make it. He
great.
was trying. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Very well. Have a good day.
Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
See you all
Thank
on
you.
Sunday.
That's right.
Sunday.
Yeah. Anxious to meet you in person, Adam.
Hmm.
That'd be great.
Take care.
Bye, you guys.